What if the future of Major League Baseball didn't arrive with a thunderous crack of the bat, but with a perfectly placed ground ball and a double, where the sun itself seemed to conspire?
You see, everyone expected a spectacle, a grand entrance befitting the legend that is Munetaka Murakami.
The rumors, the whispers, the staggering statistics from Japan's Nippon Professional Baseball, a Triple Crown winner, a man who shattered the single-season home run record for Japanese-born players with an astonishing 56 blasts in 2022. He was a force, a seismic event waiting to happen.
The question wasn't if he'd make an impact, but how he would redefine the landscape of American baseball, much like Shohei Ohtani before him, or the iconic Ichiro Suzuki, who, incidentally, arrived on these shores at almost the exact same age of 26. The White Sox, a team desperately searching for that spark, that game-changing presence, had seemingly found their diamond in the rough, a rough that was already polished to a blinding gleam in the Far East.
But spring training, as we all know, is a crucible, a proving ground, where legends are tested and new narratives begin. And so the stage was set. The buzz in the dugout, the anticipation in the stands, you could practically taste it. Every eye, every camera lens, every analyst's focus was squarely on number 55, Munetaka Murakami, stepping into the batter's box for his very first official plate appearance as a Chicago White Sox. The moment hung heavy, charged with the weight of expectation. Would he unleash one of those majestic moonshots that became his signature in Japan? Would the velocity, the movement, the sheer differentness of American pitching prove too much too soon? The pitcher wound up, unleashed a fastball. Not a gentle lob, mind you, but a proper big league fastball, clocked at a crisp 91 miles per hour. A challenging pitch, right on the edge. Murakami didn't try to pull it out of the park, didn't attempt to recreate a highlight reel from Tokyo Dome. Instead, with a quiet, efficient swing, he whacked a ground ball. It wasn't a screaming liner, not a majestic fly ball, just a clean, well-struck grounder that found the green expanse of center field. And just like that, with understated elegance, it was a base hit. That's it, a single, nothing flashy. But the collective sigh of relief, the murmur of approval, it reverberated through the ballpark. Murakami aboard, his first spring hit. A simple statement, yet laden with profound significance. It was a confirmation, a validation. He handled the 91-mile-per-hour heat, put the ball in play, and got on base. The commentators, naturally, were quick to point out the parallels. We should note Murakami has just turned 26, they mused, so assuming he's here in the States for a while, he should have a nice, long big league. And then the almost wistful connection to history. Yeah, I believe Ichiro Suzuki came over at about age. It wasn't just a hit, it was a chapter beginning, echoing the footsteps of greatness, painting a future of possibilities. This wasn't just a ball game. It was an unfolding legacy. But the real magic, the true narrative twist, was yet to come. Murakami, still riding the high of his first hit, found himself back in a crucial spot later in the game. Runners on base, the score poised at 61, a chance to truly make his mark. The pitcher delivered, and once again, Murakami connected. This time, the pitch was hit in the air, a towering shot, destined for straightaway center field. The crack of the bat wasn't the kind that immediately screams home run, but it had power, it had purpose. The center fielder, a veteran presence by the name of Suzuki, tracked it, back near the warning track. He shuffled, he adjusted, his eyes locked on the ascending projectile. The tension was palpable. Was this it? The first long ball? The crowd leaned forward, collective breaths held. And then the unexpected intervened. As the ball reached its apex, a sudden, blinding glare from the afternoon sun descended upon the field. Suzuki, peering upwards, lost it, just gone, vanished in the oppressive light. He stumbled, arms flailing instinctively, but the ball was invisible to him, a ghost in the sky. It landed, untouched, on the warning track. 2 runs scored. A sun-aided 2-run double for Murakami. The scoreboard flickered, now a more commanding 61. The initial reaction was a mix of bewilderment and exhilaration. Was it luck? Absolutely. But the beauty of baseball sometimes lies in these serendipitous moments. It wasn't a clean, no-doubt blast, but it produced two vital runs, showcasing Murakami's ability to drive the ball deep into the outfield, to make solid contact. The commentators were ecstatic, almost giggling with delight. "I love it," one exclaimed, a wide grin surely plastered across his face. "He hit it to center field. Just talking about that. Take the fastball to center." And that's the crucial detail, isn't it? Despite the assist from the sun, the underlying skill was undeniable. The fundamental approach, hitting the ball where it's pitched, driving it with authority to the deepest part of the park. And another chimed in, "I'm not even talking about how it's difficult for the center fielder to play that right now in these conditions. It's just the right direction to try and drive it." That's the hallmark of a true power hitter, a disciplined slugger. They don't just swing for the fences, they aim for the gaps, for the parts of the park that yield maximum impact. This wasn't a cheap hit. It was a strategically placed shot, amplified by circumstance. It showed the intent, the raw power, the ability to launch a ball far enough that even a perfectly positioned outfielder might struggle, let alone one battling the elements. The warning track hiss meant it was just short of a homer, a tantalizing whisper of the power that still lies dormant, waiting to erupt in a full-fledged MLB stadium. 2 hits, 2 RBIs, and a near homer that became a double, thanks to an assist from the celestial body above. In just his first taste of American baseball, Murakami delivered. He didn't just meet expectations. He twisted them, shaped them, and delivered a story that will be recounted with a smile for years to come. This wasn't just a spring training game. It was a masterclass in making an impression. It signaled not just the arrival of a talented player, but of a unique personality. A man who, even with the help of the sun, managed to stamp his authority on the game. He showed that he could adjust to the velocity, that he had the eye for the ball, and that his raw power translates, even if the elements conspire in unexpected ways. The White Sox faithful, and indeed every baseball fan who caught a glimpse of this debut, saw something truly special. They saw a player with the discipline to hit a 91-mile-per-hour fastball for a single and the power to drive another pitch to the deepest part of the park, forcing an error of sorts from the sun itself. This wasn't the grand, mythic homer everyone might have dreamed of, but it was perhaps more telling. It was grit mixed with grace, power mixed with a dash of divine intervention. It painted a vivid picture of a player who was not just a statistical marvel, but a captivating storyteller, ready to write his next chapters on the biggest stage. What kind of power hitter can consistently spray balls to center field, turning routine contact into run-scoring opportunities and challenging the deepest parts of the park? What happens when those sun-aided doubles start clearing the fences on their own? And how will the legend of Murakami, the man who tamed American pitching and bent the very sun to his will, continue to unfold? Don't just hear about the next historic swing. See it for yourself as we follow every electrifying moment of Murakami's monumental journey. The story is just beginning, and trust me, you won't want to miss a single inning.